I understand why you lie to the cops. Why would you lie to me? I covered a story recently where I reported on a series of events that led to a man being tased by the Mesa Police Department. As I investigated further, it came to my attention that some of the details of my story were factually incorrect. The information I obtained from my records request contradicted what I was told by the person I interviewed. So I went back to re-interview him to ask about the discrepancy. Basically what I'm doing here is I reported a story and I told them that things happened this way. I told them that your only indication was this, and in reality that's not the truth. So I lied to all of my supporters. According to the police report, it was saying, the police report says that you had went over to his house.
I'm not going to give them any information. I'm not volunteering any information. They never asked about it, so I never told them about it.
Nobody volunteers information to the cops. Why would you lie to me?
When you were here, I don't know why it didn't get brought up. I didn't intentionally say, try to keep it from you. I didn't, I don't know what exactly happened there. I didn't want you to put out a false story, though. That's the last thing I want to do.
I feel obligated for journalistic integrity to get the truth out there. When you're telling the story of what happened, you know that it wasn't just him driving by it right here. You know you went to his house, and leaving that out is a lie, and lying in these situations makes it harder for other innocent people that didn't go over to the dude's house and bang on the door and the cops came over and harassed them. You know what I'm saying? It lessens their situation, it lessens the impact of their situation. So we gotta be vigilant as people to own up to our actions.
Yeah.
We have to we want to hold the police accountable. That's one thing that we talk about over and over. We have to start with ourselves.
Yeah, I walked down to his house and his truck was parked in front of his house and he was nowhere to be found. So I knocked on the side of his house and nobody answered. So I knocked a second time. Yeah, well, he just raised up real slow out of the bushes and I turned and I was like, you've been hiding in the bushes this whole time when I'm knocking on the door? I'm knocking on the corner of the house is what I was doing because I don't want to go up all the way up onto the porch.
Oh, the corner of the house.
Yeah.
So you never even went all the way up to the door?
No, it was like this. I came up to the corner of the house and knocked on the corner of the house. But I know they asked me about damaging his vehicle, and I know I never touched his vehicle.
Right.
That was something I said. I don't know what you're talking about because I never touched his truck.
Right. Okay.
And I still to this day say I never touched his truck.
What he lied about does not change the incompetency or the violent actions of the cops. If they had any evidence that he actually did any damage, he would have already been charged and prosecuted. I'm not prepared to say he deserved to be tased. I have trouble picturing this woman and her fully capable partner being in enough danger from this guy to warrant needing to tase him and put him in a wrap. So moving on to the later parts, I'm not gonna sit here and say that you deserved to be tased. I just wanted to reiterate and go over, according to the police report again, they claim they had you laying down and you were pulling your knees up, attempting to stand up. I want to hear from you. Was there any, were you cussing? Were you agitated? Is there anything you can think of that might have been construed for them to tase you?
No. In fact, the only time I cussed at her was after she said, I'm gonna tase him. And I said, you fucking bitch. And then you hear the taser. That was the first time I cussed at her. Okay. And there was no reason for them to tackle me. I mean, if they want to put me under arrest, which was no reason to put me under arrest either, but she said I did criminal damage, so that's a reason to arrest somebody, I guess. So if they're gonna arrest me, that's fine, arrest me. You don't have to tackle me on the ground, shoot me in the back with a taser when I'm down on the ground, and then throw me down in the street handcuffed on my face.
Yeah, and the report says something about they used a wrap on you or something.
Yeah, it's a harness basically that goes around your entire body, keeps your legs in front of you and your arms in front of you, and they put a helmet on me.
So you're saying right here, you were laying flat on your stomach and your feet were straight out?
Yeah.
And that's it? You were just laying there and they were wrestling with you?
Yes.
Mark, don't fight him. Don't fight him, Mark.
I'm not fighting.
Hey, grabbing me. I'm not fighting anything. Let's go over here. I'm not God damn it, Jesus Christ, guys. What are you doing? What are you doing? God almighty.
I'm gonna tase him.
You're a little bitch. You're a little bitch. No, that's enough. You don't have to do any more than that.
Taser's quite. Stop it!
So just to be clear, you're saying you didn't attempt to stand up, or
No.
you didn't make any other movements?
Once I
of
was
any
down on
kind?
the ground, I went limp.
Okay.
I said, you do whatever you got to do, because I'm on the ground at this point.
Okay. Because I mean, just remember, I hate to even have to say this, but obviously we're going to get the body camera. You know,
I
so
can't wait.
we would see from another camera cop's angle if you were in
Absolutely.
fact ravaging around.
I'm not
but
worried about it.
okay, that's good. I like to hear that. We cleared things up. We got to the truth so that we can tell the full story now. I can update my viewers about the full story, what actually happened. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily change the wrongdoing of the police officers for getting to the point where they're tasing you. So I'm not trying to take away from that. I just felt it was important to reiterate that we need to be adamant in keeping ourselves accountable to our actions. You know what I mean? You did do something, just say it, you know,
Yep.
especially when you're calling a media outlet and asking them to tell your story. Just, you want to give them as many truthful details as possible, because, you know, the truth matters. You
Yes.
know what I mean? People, you don't be afraid that, oh, I did this, so people are going to think I'm the bad one here. You tell the truth and let people think what they're going to think. As journalists, it is vital that we dig for truth and accountability, especially when we're talking to victims of police violence. If we report lies, even small ones, even unintentionally, and we don't correct ourselves, we weaken the strength of independent media as a whole. The state clings to these examples as evidence that free press can't be trusted. There's plenty of government misconduct going on that needs to be covered by independent media. And independent media needs to make truth its highest priority.
Oh, you saw my hand open, right?
I literally saw you interweave.
Yeah, you saw my hand open. Yeah, my hand was open.
Here all day.
My hand was open the whole time. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are happy. Hog timing. Yeah, hog timing. Hog timing. Yeah, hog timing, you little bitch. Yeah, hog timing. Hog timing.
Don't grab his wrist.
I'm completely limp. I'm completely limp and I got like 6 people on me. This one hurts. This one hurts, I'm just telling
Well,
you.
unfortunately, when you're behaving the way you are, we can't make them more comfortable.
Laying limp is behaving that way?
Grabbing onto the officers that are trying to control your hand.
Yeah, okay.
I know.
Actually, trying to
Yeah.
swing on me is a problem.
A swing on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see that on video. I'm
Okay.
sure you got it on video, right?
I do, absolutely.
Okay, I'd like to see it.
My policy to make sure that I'm
Yeah,
recording at all
I'm
times.
sure. I'm sure. I'd like to see that.
Mark should have been honest with me about this detail, because it doesn't change what the cops did to him. They tased and kidnapped him with zero evidence of a crime. I don't like that Mark lied to me, but I understand it. We live in a country where you can be charged and punished for almost anything with little or no evidence. It happens all the time. In this case, I believe it was the incompetency of the police that is most alarming. The terrorist report is full of inconsistencies that make no sense. The guy that called the cops on Mark is a victim of resisting arrest. How does that even work? Page 1 says there are 2 charges, resisting arrest and criminal damage. But page 3 trades criminal damage for interfering with a peace officer, and page 9 only shows 1 charge, resisting arrest. It seems the police forgot what started the entire incident, and they only care about punishing him for resisting them. They don't even care about the other guy's supposed damage anymore. I made this correction because I believe it's important to address discrepancy no matter how seemingly insignificant, and also to encourage anyone that reaches out to media with a story to just tell the truth. Leave your opinion in the comments and let me know what you think, and always seek the truth.
So it's almost like a game to me, and I truly think that's what makes it so fun. And the best parts of my job could literally be talking to somebody that is, you know, having the best or the worst day, but they're kind of like all over the place. And I enjoy that because sometimes it's like, whoa, I don't even know how your life is so fucked, but like I'm gonna try to help you unfuck yourself.